Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don channel. I wanted to start out the video here at the home that they built to imitate the home used in the one of the longest running TV series in history, The Simpsons. This home was constructed and had the original colors and everything to make it look like the one used in The Simpsons. We're here in Henderson, Nevada, and they actually gave it away in a contest back when they built it. So it was a big deal back then. Now, it's not painted the way that it is in The Simpsons, and it's pretty much just blended in with the rest of the neighborhood around here. Looks like the motif of most of the other houses, for the most part. But again, the Simpsons house here in Henderson, Nevada. Very interesting stuff. Little nuggets of Hollywood peppered all over Las Vegas here. So this is Red Bark Lane here. This is all available on Google and public information, so I'm not giving away any secrets or anything like that. I'm gonna come up here to Aspen Peak Loop. And we'll make a right here onto Aspen Peak. This whole little neighborhood in here seems pretty quiet. There's a dividing wall here between this neighborhood and the subdivision behind us. And off to the left. But this is your major cross streets here are going to be Boulder Highway and pretty much Broadbent. You can see some utility boxes over here that have been tagged up over time. And some apartments over here off to the left. So really nothing that you know, kind of stands out and shakes itself at you and says, you know, come here. This is Sky Forest here. We'll make a left on the Sky Forest from Aspen Peak Loop. And we'll head back out here towards Boulder Highway, where there are many, many, many calls for service here in Las Vegas. You never know what you're going to see here on the Vegas Don channel, especially in Las Vegas. There's all sorts of different stuff that goes on. So we're now south of Broadbent, actually, in between Galleria and Broadbent here off of Boulder. And the building more over here off to the left, off to the right rather, you see that. They're going nuts. Building. Build, build, build. But there's a water shortage. Great. Let's get some more land. Plop some houses on them. But there's a drought. Awesome. Build more homes. We're going to make a left here onto Galleria. Actually, no, we're going to make a U-turn here on Boulder. Head back up northbound here. We'll pause it for a moment. Just wanted to point out real quick on the left up there, so they're building this whole neighborhood over here called Cadence off of Galleria and Boulder Highway, but there's Roadhouse Casino up there on the left, and that's going to be replaced with some new, brand new casino that they're going to put in over here, simply because of the new homes that are going in here in the master planned area called Cadence that is soon to come. You can see the they've already got the mounds of dirt out there and everything else. They're building like crazy. There is Roadhouse Casino, at least for the moment. There in the distance, out there. This is a very long light here at Galleria. And still no turn signal. We'll pause it for a moment. There we go. Okay, now we'll make a U-turn here. There's no sign indicating that it is illegal to do so. So we'll go ahead and get back over here on the right. Show you some of these neighborhoods in here. Lining Boulder Highway. So these are the aforementioned condos or apartments that they're building in there that you know, they'll probably charge $5 million a month for. So Broadbent's on one side of the road here, and then Gibson, which is a major north-south artery here in Henderson, off to the left. And we'll wait for this light. I'm not sure what they're going to do in the median here, because with all the state flowers out here, the orange and white barricades, I call them state flowers, they're probably going to end up putting them out here for the next 40 or 50 years. Maybe they'll beautify the median here on Boulder. I'm not sure. They have a huge pedestrian crosswalk problem here. There's a lot of pedestrians because you have so many. There's residences, and there's also some of the casinos that line. They call it the the Boulder Corridor here, where there's a ton of casinos. Or Boulder Strip, that's what they call it. Yeah, and when the state reports gaming numbers, they call it the Boulder Strip. And I think it's 41 casinos that the state counts out here on the Boulder Strip. I never realized there were that many. Between the big ones like Sam's Town and the smaller ones that are all up and down this area. This area tends not to be as expensive, so that's kind of a big deal for a lot of folks, of course. Go up here and get in this lane here. And just in time, whew, so glad we got the green light back at that last light when we did, because sure enough, I don't know why I did that. We were able to nail the red light right here, said no one ever. We'll pause it here for a moment again. Got a little road rage going on here off to our right. Not with me, but this guy here. He rolled his window down and made a gesture to the vehicle behind him. The vehicle behind doesn't seem to be responding. Good times out here on Boulder Highway in Las Vegas. Boulder Village over there off to the left. It says for lease with a Walgreens in it. There's actually a water park out here somewhere. I think it's off to our left. Or no, is that down by Galleria? Maybe that's down by Galleria. Russell and Galleria, I get very confused because they tend to look a lot alike over here by Boulder Highway. Yeah, $11.99 they're charging down at Park MGM. At least that was anecdotal evidence that I heard from someone this week. $11.99 for a ATM withdrawal fee there at Park MGM. $12. I remember back when they first started installing ATMs and stuff, and people were like, they want to charge me $1 to use my own money? Now they're charging $12. And where will it end? I'm surprised they haven't scaled it by now, right? So like if you want $50, they charge you $12 to take it out. But if you want $100, they charge you $20. That sort of thing. You want to take out $500, it's going to cost you $100. Sorry, guys. So this is the Boulder Strip here. Bar Laundromat. Well, there you go. Get your laundry done and go have a beer. Little motels out here. And this is Missouri here. Tons of calls for service in this area, guys. Lots and lots of calls for service. Also, just in time for another red light. Yay! This 7-Eleven here actually has a ton of calls for service too. A lot goes on out here, especially after dark. And I've had a lot of folks tell me to come out here after dark and stuff, and I have a family to think about, guys, so I need to think about them first before I put myself in those positions. There's the green light. So Missouri actually connects. You can make a left right over here just past the 7-Eleven, and it becomes Stephanie. And Stephanie actually becomes a major north-south artery in Henderson. But It just kind of ends right there at Missouri. It actually picks up on the other side of Boulder Highway over here, but it's a mess. Silver Sevens, $3 table games, $3 shots, $3 beers. Being advertised at Silver Sevens. That's on Flamingo, just east of the Strip. So check that out. We'll make this left here onto Tropicana. Major east-west artery here in town, upon which the former Tropicana Hotel and Casino used to be located, but is no more. And then this is Royal Manor, Sportsman's Royal Manor right here. Weekly, monthly, furnished units, 1 and 2 bedrooms. No idea what they're charging in there. You could probably look on Redfin and set the filters to look at rents in an area. And I know you can do it that way. So check that out. $3.39 a gallon for the Circle K over here, regular unleaded. This is Andover Drive. We'll pause it once more. So we got the green light here at Trop and Andover. Tropicana, a lot of people call it Trop here. I think I've fallen into that trap for Trop too. The Trop Trap. Only in Vegas. Leasing over here on the right. They have apartment buildings over here on the left. And yet no one can afford to live here. And they're building like crazy. I mean, just tons and tons of building everywhere. Butch Cassidy's bar over here on the left. 24/7. Sonoma Hills apartment homes here on the right. You got a little Sonic, a little AutoZone over here. You ever notice there's no AutoZones like in Summerlin? If there are, I'll have to look at a map again, but I don't recall seeing an AutoZone, any auto parts store there. This is Nellis Boulevard, a major north-south artery here in Las Vegas on the east side of town. Done a lot of videos up and down Nellis, so feel free to check those out in our video library. Wildwood over here, 2 and 3 bedroom townhomes they're called, huh? Off to the left. Some of these apartment complexes are actually gated. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'll leave up to you to decide. And this brings us up here to Mountain Vista, which will actually take you down to Sunset. And it becomes Sunset, it kind of merges with Sunset. Cash One loans over here, 7-Eleven, $3.89 a gallon. Seeing a lot of 7-Elevens now charging upwards near $4 a gallon right now here in Vegas for regular unleaded. We'll pause it here. Actually, I want to thank you all so very, very much for being here. I'm so very, very grateful for all of you being here. I could not do this without you. Please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It really helps recommend us to other viewers, and it absolutely helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries the weight of your voice to other folks. So please help us out there. And also check out our merch. We have some awesome gear available for you. Maybe something for yourself or your significant other. Please check out Cinnamon and Jupiter on YouTube, my wife's brand new channel. She deals with astrology and spirituality, and even if that's not your thing, please recommend it to someone. Throw her a like and subscribe just to help her out. Really want to help her out. And as always, remember, guys, here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one.